like this. I 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 like this.
Oh, is the gang all here?
Oh, Lord help us, God.
Y'all don't know that shit?
Lord have mercy.
What's up, people?
Pull out. You ain't at the script club?
I can't see you.
Well, if you pull the damn phone close, you can see.
Hold on. Sonny, why you shaking your head, girl? There you go.
She like them legs. She like them legs. But no, she like them legs.
There you go.
Y'all always with
there it is.
Sonny, whatever. Ain't no different than you crocheting. Ain't no different than you crocheting.
Look, Bernard.
You saw her crocheting
that she was making.
Yes.
What?
We still ain't got our cups.
Hey, she was crocheting.
I still haven't put my room together, guys.
Get your cup off the porch.
I've been
the one that remember Chandra was making these cups 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Did you get the one I left?
I almost finished them, but I moved last May, remember?
Did you get the one I left, Robert?
Oh yeah, I got that. I loved it.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I should have told you I was coming up here. I would have brought. Did you get Tiffany one?
Yeah, Tiffany got one.
Oh, I could have brought Tiffany, but I didn't think about it.
All right, you don't see my legs now. I'm good to go now.
Chandra was looking.
Okay. Well, we got a exciting show tonight. I need to print mine so I can keep up with what we're gonna be doing. We got an exciting show, and on the show tonight, in about 30 minutes, we got 3 young people that'll be answering questions for us to see whether we can make any headwaves into what these kids are thinking these days. Sandra, you might want to bring Chris on too. And I had a discussion with some of my ex-interns, and they thought that I was being a little too presumptive, I guess, with what this show was about. And I was trying to let them understand that first I was going to ask them all these questions. And then I realized that these questions aren't really for them because they all college graduates are still in college and doing what they're supposed to do. They're not the ones that we are really concerned with, because they're doing what they're supposed to do. My concern is with the kids that I use this because it is a good. I know a lot of people risks, and some of our kids are at risk. And you know, ain't no sense in us running from it. We need to correct it. We need to do
Well,
whatever we
well,
can to make things right for these children.
I will say this. That at risk term is a deficit term in a way. So underserved, right? Right. All of us on here, in a sense, live in a privileged way. But some of these communities, they live like, you know, in the housing authority areas, they're underserved. I mean, it is what it is. But at risk makes it like a deficit, and it's not a deficit on their behalf.
Well, we don't want them to have any deficit, and I wasn't finished, Robert. You didn't let me finish my intro before you came in. You gonna have plenty of time in a minute, but you know, we I was trying to, you know, I was up at 3:45 texting my other interns because I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw that they had texted me, so I went to text him back. And Jamal, you know, he the instigator of all that. He instigated it, you know. And so I had to tell the young ladies that I am out here in the trenches doing everything I can for these kids. I know the kids that I need, and I didn't need them on the show again. They still are welcome to come. But what I was trying to tell them is I'm not concerned really about them. They're on the right track. I'm concerned with those kids that are off the track. You know, and we don't like to talk about it. We always talk about somebody, the government, this, the government. Nah, these kids, we see this. I'm with these kids every day. So I know what the deal is. I see what they're doing. So I just had the question. I just had these questions that we want to ask them tonight. So we'll get to that after a while. And anybody else want to give any intros before we start our show for the other stuff? We're going to do all our other stuff first, and then we'll do this stuff.
Nah, you're right. My biggest thing is I get tired of people putting the good kids with the bad kids and the bad kids with good. You know, we got good kids, we got bad kids in every race, not just our race, in every race. But my concern ain't about every race. My concern about my race, period. Not being mean, just being real. It's something that we need to do. I mean, and I only saying this in too. I be around a lot of kids, and at the end of the day, these kids is reaching out to us, as older folk, and they feel like, I'm being honest, they feel like someone's turning our back against them, like they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know. Look here, we were trying to scrape this country for 500 years, and it still ain't straightening out. So come on, give us some help. Yeah,
I agree with you, but I think, you know, one of the things I had a conversation with, and I have this conversation with a lot of people, is it goes back to this idea of when will the Black community begin to work together? And we can't get out of our own way. And it's the same thing with the young people. You got those of us who think we done made it, and you just want to check away from being, you know, out the door yourself. Don't act like all of a sudden, because you got these particular privileges or resources, that you got it made. But then you got those who don't want to reach back and educate and support and mentor these other younger kids, right? And that gets on my nerves. It's like, you know, if I'm going to eat, right, what I look like I'm eating and the person next to me or my community is not eating. I really, and Julius, y'all see, we on the other show, the Watchdogs, you know, I'm looking to bring another young brother up. That's what we need to be doing. If you have a set of knowledge, help impart that knowledge and bring the skill set up of our young people. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to pass the baton of leadership, and that's crazy to me.
Why not? Why? I mean,
because Jamal Touré, I blame Jamal Touré. Oh, what's up, brother?
No. On a serious note, why?
Because we're greedy. We're greedy and we're selfish. Overall.
Can I speak? May I speak this week?
Yes, I know you're not talking. Well, I know you ain't talking.
Well, I'm going to speak from the point of view of a mother who's fed up. I have an 18-year-old son who has been rebellious since he was probably about 16. And his decisions has caused him to not be able to graduate for 15 hours and a half a credit. Okay? And I have done everything that a mother should do. Been his biggest advocate. Gone up to the school every time they called me, including the day that they called me last week to tell me that he wasn't graduating. I was there that day too, you know. But it comes a time when I'm Fannie Lou Hamer tired. I'm tired of his behavior. I'm tired of his disrespect. I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I don't know what else to do. You know, and I know that he's going to have to suffer from his own ignorance in order for him to get it. I don't want to see him suffer, but he's going to have to, because he's one of those kids.
Well, let me ask you, and that's why this program is here today, so we can ask him what's wrong with him. You know, we're gonna ask that question, let him answer. If you want to bring him on and let him answer, let him answer.
Let me offer this idea, and I'm not saying this is it. And Chandra, don't take offense, and I don't want our black mothers to take offense. Moms can only go so far, right? But there's something, iron sharpens iron, in my personal opinion. And at some point, I don't agree with disrespect, because I'm gonna tell you right now, the last time I disrespect my mom, I was getting up off the floor. Odessa beat the hell out of me. That's just how it went in my house. And you probably beat the hell out of Chris too. It became, it's not effective. At the same time, there is a village, and that's it, Bernard. Our village doesn't stand up like it used to, right? What I'm saying is, where are the black males that say, you know what, young brother, come over here, let me get your ass together. Excuse my language, but that's how it's got to be.
I don't mean to stop you, but we are way off topic.
Are you in charge? But no, don't hate that man on.
That's the main topic. Y'all on that now.
Okay, go ahead. And we'll get back to Chris.
Yeah,
we'll get back to
that's our main topic. We're gonna explore all that. But I was telling y'all, if y'all wanted to say something before we get into
we'll get back to him. Because I do need my village to talk to him about why he bought an AR-15 into my house.
Oh, yeah, we're going to cuss his ass out tonight, then.
Oh, yes,
he did. We're going to cuss his ass out good and cuss out tonight. Inappropriate.
Oh, yes,
I see it all.
Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We got him a little later on.
I see it all on your face. I see it all on
Don't worry about it. We got him a little later on.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
You over it.
Okay.
Wow. I need to talk
that's way off.
Yeah.
All right, next topic.
Oh, okay, we're gonna get into our main our general discussion topics. I ain't talking about what topic, and then he blank out. Bernard was talking about you, Robert.
I know it. I know it. Come on, man. Hey, Jamal, how you doing, bro?
All right, brother. How you doing?
Jamal, your hair is getting lighter and lighter.
Is there
something you want to tell us?
That Michael Jackson, he using the Michael Jackson thing.
I mean,
I got vitiligo in my hair. My hair is vitiligo.
He been in the field too long. That's the sun done burnt his head. Let's talk about in our general discussion. We got 2 or 3 things. Let's just run over real quick before we bring these kids on in about 15 minutes. Morehouse College, they declined President Biden as their keynote speaker. He's supposed to be there and be their keynote speaker.
They didn't decline him. Say the right thing.
They did, but then they reneged on the decline, and they said,
the student body, some of the student body does not want him to come, but the administrator, the president said that no, they're still going to bring him. The offer still stands, So that's how that went.
For what?
for him to come and speak at their college, the university.
For
what?
commencement.
For what?
For the
I
commencement.
think for the commencement speech.
For graduation. For graduation,
I'm
Biden is coming to talk, and Bernard is his head of security.
Yeah. I'm being a smart ass. I'm like, come on now. Out of all the people in the room.
Hey, Tiffany.
Hey, Tiffany. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
what y'all doing? Beautiful black people. Look at y'all.
But
look at you.
Y'all look like y'all got rubbed down with Vaseline this morning before you went out to start your day. Look at God.
Well, Jamal hair did.
Hey, don't say that.
hold up, y'all. Y'all don't get off topic. Don't get off topic. I know that Tiffany looked good and everything, but don't get off topic. Let's stay focused. But
Didn't they get distracted, Chandra? Well, everybody lost their mind, especially Bernard.
yeah, the reason they gave did not make sense to me. You know, I mean, if they would have said because he hadn't passed the George Floyd anti-policing act yet, or they would have said that we didn't ask for Juneteenth, we asked for something else, or they would have said that he has not done enough for the black community during his administration, you know, his 3 years, I would have totally supported Morehouse saying, nah, we don't want him here. You know, I would have totally supported it. But for them to talk about the war in Israel, Gaza, or anywhere else, I don't give a flip. Okay, let's just get that straight. And no black person at Morehouse, Spelman, Howard, or any other HBCU should care about what's going on in the Middle East. When we have Haiti, Africa, and the United States, where we living up under doggone bridges, and our people still getting pulled over and getting murdered by police officers. We got those things to worry about. Okay? I mean, I'm just saying, you know, I don't have time to worry about the Middle East when my son could get pulled over for a tail light and get murdered.
You're absolutely correct in your opinion. And a lot of people feel that way. We have a lot of stuff that we could have shut down campuses for. We could have shut down highways for. That's right here. That's out of control here. You're talking about deaths in Palestine. You're talking about deaths in Jerusalem. But how about the deaths on the streets of America? And we got just as many problems. Let's shut down some stuff here, you know, until we could get this under control. Okay. And you're right, Sandra. We always in somebody's business somewhere. I mean, we are the world police. That's what America is. But hey, you know, look like
all rise, Mr. Brown. I got it. All rise, Mr. Brown is here. All rise.
And I agree with Sonia, and I agree with Jules. I'm like this here. First of all, you ran on all lies. You told these kids that they're gonna have student loan forgiveness. Where is that? Okay? And for him to go talking about he's coming to Morehouse, he don't even know how to spell his name now. You know what I'm saying? He just that he don't know what's going on. And then you got to spend $95 billion over to Ukraine to fight a war that ain't our war. Man, please.
Well,
He'd be the last person I say come to my house and give me a speech. I'm gonna give my own self a damn speech.
well, the only difference is we don't want Trump coming to give you one.
You know, I mean, just like I said, they had a lot of things that they could have said that they don't want him to come
I
forward.
need a water.
You know, but for
You're out of
them
order,
to
sir.
that, what say you, Jesus?
Oh, I agree with you all on it. That again, we got a whole bunch of issues here we need to be addressing. Sandra, Chandra, you threw it on out there. You know, no George Floyd Policing Act. You know, again, look at what happening right now. The water is red. Flooding is red in Kenya right now, Haiti, the Sudan. We look at the Congo, and we should be protesting that type of stuff, but we're not protesting it. So again, like I said, our lives are not valued no matter where we are in the world. And so we should be thinking about that. And then communities right here where people you know, don't have enough to eat, people against starvation. Just like you say, any of us could be shot down anytime by law enforcement. But then what we do, we follow what the other people gonna do. And then we jump on the bandwagon. So yeah.
I will say this, really, the only benefit is for Morehouse. And as the president, you've got to think about it from a marketing and fundraising perspective. So if we look at it through that lens, I agree with what y'all said. But from a marketing and a fundraising perspective, you are now elevating Morehouse. This is the second time a sitting president has come to HBCU. That's very, very powerful and very unheard of. And so while I agree with you all, you also have to look at it from the presidential standpoint of, you know what, we're on the world stage now, and two, this is going to have a major impact for our endowment.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against him going. I mean, I didn't say that I was against him going there. I'm saying that if the student body was against, you know, I'm saying if the student body was against him coming, it definitely should not be because of a war that we have nothing to do with, you know. And every time I look at the news, I'm looking to see how many black people, how many black students I see participating in these protests, because I want to tell them, have several seats, sit down, have several seats. Don't get involved in things that have nothing to do with us, because we need to stay focused. Stay focused, people, because nobody is coming. I mean, you may see a couple of people talking about Black Lives Matter, but ain't nobody started marching for the George Floyd anti-lynching bill, anti-policing bill, and all of that. We're not doing all the stuff that they're doing. They're doing the most.
Ma'am,
you're doing the most right now.
Ma'am.
I know it.
Jesus.
I know it.
Jesus.
Go ahead, Tiffany. Go ahead, Tiffany.
You muted.
I agree. I totally agree. We have a lot of issues here that we should be protesting. And I while I don't encourage anyone to vote for Trump because of what we see right now, I refer to Joe Biden as the baby daddy who, make children at your house, but then go and take care of somebody else's children at their house. Because we have needs and issues here, and they're being ignored, and we put you in this seat. And so I feel, I feel like this is a very heated moment, and to add what's going on overseas, and we see it every day, all day, and then for it to be affecting our campuses now. I think that when you protest, you know, stand up for what you believe in, but don't be blind to what you're going through right now. And we're all affected by inflation and homelessness and, you know, a drug epidemic in my community. So when I see things like trillions of dollars going overseas, you know, I see the bloodshed and I mourn with those families, but I'm like, hey, what about us? Like we're struggling too. So I totally agree. It's
Hey, Julius, were you out in 1996 when we? I have to ask this question. This is a
No.
But
That's
when
another
we
reason why I'm laughing.
when we had a protest at Savannah State University and we took over the administration building
I remember.
because we were trying to get rid of President Wolf. And that's how we got Carlton Brown.
And that's how you get that. That's how you also got Wolf. They got Wolf out of here too.
Yeah, we got Wolf out of here.
Wolf was trying to take the college and take it apart. And,
Yes.
And I can remember that, and I do remember that. And that's why when you asked Julius that when he was around, he could have very well still been with us easily in '96. Yes.
Yeah.
Right, Jill? Yeah.
But, Wolf?
You remember when Wolf? That's right. Listen, I want to say, first and foremost, I know I just came right in. Sonia, what you were saying is very powerful and interesting. I find you pretty intriguing 90% of the time. That 10%, I want you to try to control your mouth a little bit. I appreciate that. First, I want to say, hello, boys. 2 of them already gone. And ladies, I can say ladies with an S now. And guess who in my right-hand side? Beauty is untouched by the ladies. As the sun go down, you get prettier by the moment. Where in the world you been at, Tiffany? I call you TV. Excuse me?
I'm sorry. I've been trying to balance. There's been a lot going on in my little world. And so trying to balance.
I understand that, but all I ask you, if you can't stay the whole show, give us 1 hour a week. I'm asking for that time. Please, I know you got your kids, you in government, I know you busy, but we need you. I'm like a fish. I need you like a fish need water, and I need you like the flower needs the sunshine.
He is trying to do a show here.
I know it. Hey, and he stood ain't all night long. So don't even pay him no attention.
Well, but that's an interesting topic y'all guys was on, because Robert made some sense, although he's driving and putting food in his mouth.
I ain't driving.
Well, evidently somebody else driving, but still, who's sitting president going to college? That set precedent, although good or bad, I think is a plus, because like Robert was saying, it will help the endowment big time.
Yeah. Give me tell me again, Robert and Mr. Brown, you say it's a plus. I say it's a minus. Y'all understand the plus, because at the end of the day, I don't see what the plus is. You know, is he bringing to donate some money to Morehouse? You know what I'm saying? Is he coming to say, hey, you know, here come a scholarship for the George Floyd bill and the Emmett Till bill? Is he coming to say that? If he ain't coming to say that, then why you coming?
He's going near the politics.
And he wants votes.
Yeah, he wants votes. And I'm just telling y'all, you know, the way things are shaking out right now, you know, we need him to get votes, because we only have 2 choices.
Yes. You're right. You're right, Sean.
We only got 2
absolutely
choices.
right.
You're
right. You can't cut your nose. You can't cut your nose.
Yeah.
If we gotta hold our nose and hold our ass and go in that doggone voting booth and vote for them, we gotta do it.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. You're
Because-
absolutely right.
Yeah, because the flip side of the coin don't look good.
Yeah. Two A.
You're
talking about two devils. You're talking about two devils. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And the
But
words
I
are coming
don't
out my
know
mouth.
what evil.
One of the lesser evil, but at the same time, you know, those college kids who graduated from Morehouse, not many colleges can say, sitting president been to my school and did the commencement. This is what I'm saying to at the same time.
Yeah.
And like Sonia was saying, you got to realize we need him to go back because it's out, just the two of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get on to our next subject. If y'all stop.
What's up, bro?
Hey, everybody, how y'all doing?
James,
Hey, James.
glad that you can join us.
Yeah, I just got out of physical therapy. And I was rushing trying to get to the house.
Okay, we got 3 guests in the back waiting on us to get through this subject. Y'all know they arrested 200 or 300 kids last night at the college.
Yes.
They arrest 200 people at the college, but they didn't arrest nobody on 1/6. On January the 6th.
Yeah.
Make it make sense, y'all.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Well,
It don't. It don't.
It don't make sense.
You know,
It don't. It really don't.
Hey.
We're gonna James, you can get in when we get into these. We're gonna have our young people come with us in about 2 minutes. We're gonna go to a commercial, be right back, and our subject is what's wrong with Generation Z. And I got a bunch of little clips that I'll show with the kids just out of control. Not like Bernard said, this does not count to the good kids. This does not count. It's just that 1% of these kids, less that's acting up. It's just that 1%, but we got to save them all. We can't not just disregard them and say, okay, let them be. We got a job to
That's
do.
right.
We got to charge the people.
Thank
come on, Pastor.
got killed today trying to kill up people at the school today.
Who got what?
I said a 14-year-old got killed today trying to do a mass shooting at a school today.
Wow.
But Julius,
sad.
but
But
Julius want to save all the kids.
We
Come
just
on,
skipped
Mr. Brown.
over, number 2. Are we not going to do number 2?
No.
The president and CEO has spoken
That's what y'all was covering. If y'all didn't go back 5 times each, we could have.
and kept talking and talked for 20 minutes straight.
Well, I
We
understand
finna go
what you guys saying. When the teenagers come on, one size don't fit all. So you can't just stereotype everyone.
Yeah.
The ones who it,
That's correct.
it's for, that's
Yeah.
who it's for.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Right.
We'll be right back.
Transformative. That's what Sonia Jackson is. Creative. That's what Sonia Jackson is. Compassionate. That's what Sonia Jackson is. Leadership. That's what Sonia Jackson demonstrates. Dedicated. That's what Sonia Jackson is. In Chatham County, there's never been a tax commissioner like Sonia Jackson. She has made the office more accessible, more consistent, more convenient, and more service-friendly. Let's keep Sonia Jackson while she takes the tax commissioner's office to new heights. On May 21st, cast your vote for a great public servant. Vote Sonia Jackson for tax commissioner.
Hello, I'm Richard Coleman, and I'm running for the office of Sheriff of Chatham County. And when I'm elected, I promise to inspect what I expect. Chatham County, it's time for a change, and that change is me, Richard Coleman.
But I thank y'all for following on YouTube.
All right.
Why was it so low? I couldn't barely hear it.
We are back. We are back. We are back. You're probably because you're in a car. That's probably where you couldn't hear it.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Bernard, you was praying?
He was.
They've
I'm
been
always
talking-
praying.
Okay, we got a bunch of questions, y'all, and we finna bring 3 young people that I mentor out in the streets, and we're gonna because I seen the problem, and Sandra had the
Tiffany
problem.
got young people too now.
See, so Tiffany will strangle her kids. She knows.
Yeah, no, Tiffany beat them churn.
So we're gonna bring
I done seen
on Morgan. Hello, Morgan.
Hi.
We're gonna bring on Josh. How you doing, Josh? You muted.
Yeah.
You muted.
Come on, young brother.
Okay.
How you doing?
All right. Okay, and we're gonna bring on Eden.
Hello.
Elaine, how you doing?
Okay. These are 3 young people, y'all. And we would ask them some questions and see what is wrong with Generation Z. Y'all are Z. And we just trying to find out what is going on. We're not here to talk down to y'all. We're not here to ridicule y'all. We are here just to try to find out, get some answers. Because we know that y'all are connected to all the other students. Now, these are y'all coaches. All these people here are here for you all. They're not here against y'all. Y'all can call any of them anytime y'all want. Call me anytime y'all want. Y'all know I answer the phone. So we just want to ask some questions. Maybe y'all can fill in the gap for us and tell us what the deal is. Now, the man at the bottom of the screen raising his hand right now, we gonna ask some tough questions, but because he still think he Generation Z, but he Generation ZZ.
I just want the first thing I just want to say the first thing, I'm Charlie Brown, and the first thing I want to say to you guys, thank you for being on the show tonight. It's a privilege and a pleasure for me to have the young people. Now, when you get ready to speak, please let us know your age. You know, I just like to know your age and stuff like that, and then you can talk about whatever you choose to. And we want to know how can we help you too at the same time. If we doing something wrong, let us know because it's a team effort. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Anyone of you can go first. Anyone who want to be first?
We got to ask the questions.
They can just tell who they are a little bit. I thought they'd do a little quick introduction right quick.
Okay, yeah, that's good. You're right, Charlie. Go ahead, Eden. Tell everybody who you are.
Hello, y'all. My name is Ian, and I'm 16 from.
You're how old?
16.
Oh.
Eden, what's up?
Eden is one of Eden does those commercials y'all saw. Eden did those commercials.
That's right. That's my girl right there.
She's 16 and gifted. She's one of our producers here, my goddaughter, and she gets on my nerve, and that's why I brought her on this program so y'all can straighten her out.
We're not gonna do Eden like that now.
Right.
You might as well do that.
Josh, go ahead. Y'all be quiet for a minute. Josh, go ahead.
How y'all doing? My name is Joshua, and I'm 20, and I'm from Savannah, Georgia.
Okay. What school did you go to, Josh?
Johnson.
Okay. Morgan.
Hello, my name is Morgan. I'm 22. I currently go to Savannah Tech, and I'm studying business management for human resources.
Okay.
All right.
I'm a graduate of Savannah Tech.
Mr. Brown, I thought you said let the young people talk. Thank you.
Thought I'd just share that with her.
Oh boy. Okay. Well, the first question. Who want to ask the first question? Y'all got them all in front of you.
I like to ask the first question. I want to ask Morgan this question. What do you want the adults to do? Because I hear all the time, Mama, Daddy, you don't understand. You don't understand what we're going through. You don't understand. So, Morgan, what do you want us to do so that we can understand you guys?
I feel like bringing back the traditional upbringing that we had with this gentle parenting stuff it's like kids can get away with a lot of stuff, and it leads to, oh, you don't understand me. But growing up with my mom was a old school woman. She believed in punishments and rewarding those who are good, and also punishing you when you are bad, and not just letting it pile on and pile on. If we just let the problems pile on, then it might be a time where we feel like our parents can't understand us or don't understand us.
Now we can't hit you kids like we used to get beat by our parents back in the day.
Yeah.
Because defects will be coming to the door. So if we go back to how things used to be, then a lot of you kids will probably start putting up your fists, fighting us, fighting the adults. So when you say you want us to go back to traditional ways, like in what sense?
I mean, honestly, I was raised by my mom. So and she had 4 kids, 3 girls and 1 boy. So it was times where she would see that me and my little sister would be doing stuff like just basically arguing or just not maintaining the house like that. And then those punishments didn't lead to beatings. Those punishments led to, okay, well, you're not going to have this. Like, our problem is television. Our problem is clothing, wanting to be seen, wanting to be heard. So if I cut your outside time and me and you actually talk, like we'll sit down and let's talk about this problem instead of me beating you and just letting it be that, or me just grounding you and let it be that. Like, she always disciplined us and had a reasonable explanation on why it happened, and it was like it was balanced.
Good. More communication versus physical. Talk it out is what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
You had those same questions for the other ones, James?
Well, basically that was for Morgan, but it's a broad question for everybody to answer to what we need to do. And Morgan said we need to communicate. So the other two on the panel, what do you guys think that we need to do as far as adults so that we can actually see what you're saying? Josh?
In my opinion, I can say some parents gotta understand where their kids coming from more. Like at least sit down with them, talk to them, getting to know what's going on inside their life when they're not around their parents. Basically, like talking to them or getting to see what's going on, like their feelings and everything.
Yeah. Sometimes that's really hard with the boys, trying to sit the boys down to talk, because you know how hard-headed we can be. And like Morgan said, take away a lot of things. Take that computer away. Take some of the privilege away. But with the boys, it's, tough love, not saying physical, but tough love. You have to show with the boys, because sometimes with the boys, just talking to them is not gonna work, because they're gonna be out there with their friends and then start doing some of the things that their friends doing out in the street, getting into gangs. So I think got to be a little more than just talking. As an adult, I think we need to do a little bit more than just talk, especially with the boys. So what you suggest, Tiffany, far as some of the things that the fathers need to do to address the boys?
Jay, hold on. Eden didn't answer. She didn't respond, Jay.
Jay done took over at the damn.
I mean, you just done took over.
Oh, snap. How y'all gonna ask the man to participate and then get mad at him? Y'all dirty.
We ain't mad at him, but we want to make sure. James,
I got you, JB. I got you, bro. I got you. I ain't gonna let him jump you, bro.
Come on, Eden. What's your response to that?
I'm going to agree with Josh and Morgan about the communication. I do think communication does come a long part with the bonds and stuff. It can really help. It can cause like less arguments in a household. We could get more understanding from each other. And yeah, it won't be as much discipline.
Okay. Let me ask y'all a question for all of y'all. Do y'all think y'all are wired different because y'all Similac babies or something? Are y'all wired different than us? Is there something that we just not getting? Anyone else?
I think so.
I honestly don't think
Yes.
we're wired different. I think some of us that have like young parents, and especially in their 20s or late 20s, I feel like they didn't have the same, or they didn't grow up with the same grandparents or parents that constantly had them in church. I feel like because of our lack of or fear of, well, not mine, but those who have a not so high or not so well relationship with God, they, yeah, they're the answer. They're wired differently.
Yeah, heck of a question that bothered me, and this is directly for Eden. Do you think we talk to each other anymore? I'm talking about your parents, or the technology, because if you don't have a regular computer in the front of you, the computer in your hand. And I don't think we communicate with our parents because you don't think they understand. So the question I'm asking, how would you address that?
I will address it. I would say probably try making days to take off with your child and to go out, have fun, get some lunch or something. If she in school, you could come to the school, stay with her during lunchtime, or just visit her, or that. So go
I
on.
like that. I like what you're saying. I hope it radiates through the community. How about you, George? What you think? Because we, the parents and the Generation G, don't really talk because the kid is always on this, and maybe the parents on their phone too.
In my opinion on that one, I feel like some parents could be in their kids' life more than what they doing.
Definitely.
And instead of their kids going out, being in the streets, getting locked up or end up dead, stuff like that. Like if they doing more with their kids, taking time off from their job and doing more with their kids,
Wow.
most of this stuff wouldn't be going on.
Okay.
Morgan?
I feel like it's raising kids, and how can you expect a child to raise another child? So it's just like, yes, take away phones, spend more time with your kids. If especially during the pandemic, I understand we would have more time to be with our kids, but a lot of people who weren't fortunate to have the basic necessities like travel or a job, they had no way to really provide for their kids as far as toys, getting them to learn more, getting them to communicate more. So they just were forced to put a phone in their face and tell them to be quiet, watch this, and learn from that. So
what your guys are saying, we part of the problem too, because for the fact we got our phone and lead by example. I think that's what I'm hearing from you guys. And you want your parents to look at and be a little bit tougher on you because they still a parent and you're not their friend. And that's what I'm hearing. And I just hope this message other young people listen to you guys, because all you guys seem very wise. I want you to know that. And I'm happy to have you on the show tonight.
thank you.
If I may hop in real briefly, that's modeling behavior, because we do it at dinner. We have the phones in front of us and we don't take the time to talk.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask the question that maybe some of y'all don't want to ask, but I'm gonna ask this. One of the number 2 problem with young folks is this here. And y'all tell me, Josh and Eaton and Morgan, if I'm true, and y'all can answer this. Boyfriend and girlfriends. Boyfriend and girl. Do y'all think boyfriend and girlfriend is one of y'all problems? I'm serious, because this young man killed himself today in Florida, and he's 16. And the reason why he killed himself because of the young girl rejected him and then wanted to be with him. And it's a lot of this going on that people don't talk about in our community, not just him. So you think the problem is boyfriend, girlfriend, y'all young, but y'all trying to play adult games. You go, Josh, with that. What you think?
I'm gonna say 50. I'm gonna say yes and no, because if the kids look up to the adults, so if they see the adults doing something, they're gonna want to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if they was getting, how can I put it? If they was getting taught right, they wouldn't be basically worrying about having a girlfriend or boyfriend around the age that they at now. They'll be focused on school, trying to graduate, and other things in life.
And also, they would know how to handle certain situations. If they were taught right.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Eaton?
When it comes on the boyfriend and girlfriends, I think it also, how can I say it? Friends and from the parents, also from television also. And why I say that is because growing up, we see parents, you know, and televisions having a great happy family, you know, getting married and having kids. So we're going to want to look up to that, and we're going to want to have that too. That's what I think. So yeah, I do think has something to do with that too.
Oh, okay. All right. What about you, Morgan?
I can back up with Eden was saying. With that is like you said, the parents and also the friends, because if you grow up with a healthy parents and then you don't have healthy friends, they can also manipulate you, especially from 10, 11 to 17. Right? Growing up in your preteen and your young adult stage, they can definitely manipulate you to be like, oh yeah, let's go do this, let's go hang with these boys, let's go hang with these girls, and let's do all this stuff. So yeah, that does play effect into that, and the TV shows as well, because nowadays all you see is stuff that I feel like nobody besides the parents should show their kids, and it's just like kids are going to wonder what that is, what does that mean, how does that feel? So
I want to explore.
Yeah.
So all three of y'all say the same thing where say go back to the parent. Mm-hmm. That's what all three of y'all saying, that right? Is go back to the parents. Mm-hmm. Right?
If the parents and the friend, if the friends don't have no home training, then it could rub off on them real bad to make them grow up to be fast.
Okay. So my question, and this is my last question, and I will let Tiffany get it. So when the responsibility come back on y'all, if y'all passing the buck on the parent, when the responsibility is gonna come back on y'all, because y'all old enough to know right and wrong. You know, so when responsibility going to say, you know what, Morgan, you going with John, and John doing this, and Eaton, you going with Jimmy, and Josh, you going with Sarah. So come on now, and eventually y'all have to take responsibility now on, come on, y'all in the relationship, not the mom and the daddy.
I thought Tiffany was one of the kids.
Cause Tiffany laughing because Tiffany wanted to say it.
No, because I don't think I met Tiffany, so I'm looking at Tiffany. She look young like the kids.
She the kid. She want to know too. So when the responsibility gonna be back on y'all?
The responsibility. I'm not gonna lie. The responsibility falls on, depending on your situation. It is the parenting and the child's fault, because at 16, yeah, you know right from wrong, you know better, and you shouldn't be doing that, or you shouldn't be doing certain things that you were doing. However, if I'm not being raised, or if I'm not having the right coaches around me, and I'm a child, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I'm following my leaders that are around me.
Right. Let me clear something up too. I mentioned the 16, but I'm talking about 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm talking about y'all age.
Oh, yeah. I'm I honestly feel like from 16 to 18, because you're still in your parents' house, then yeah, that shouldn't refer to the parents. However, at 16, you're still a child. You're still considered a child. So it's like at that point, it's 50-50, the child's fault, because you know you shouldn't have been doing that. And even if you do have a bad set of role models, it's people aren't born with that insight like, oh, I see that my mother's going through this type of abuse. I shouldn't want this. Some kids be like, oh, that's the only type of form of love. Okay, I want that. So it's 50-50.
You muted, Charlie.
I want to interject just for a second. It's a really excellent conversation. What I'm hearing, the young people saying, Morgan was saying, and others probably saying the same thing. They hear what they see. People hear what they see. That's what you sort of saying, Morgan.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, you see it, but you hear it, and then you. That's what I'm trying to say. We got to do better too. But guess what? Y'all have to help us too.
Amen. Yeah.
Robert, Tiffany?
No, I think Tiffany is next. We haven't given Tiffany a chance to provide a question.
Tiffany, you got anything?
I think you're muted, Tiffany.
I am muted. I'm sorry, y'all. I was listening and laughing. You guys are a very wise bunch of young people, and I appreciate you thinking that I was one of the young people. This is the second time today I've been confused with a student. So look at God. He will do it. But some of the things that I took away is that I think it's very important that we hone in on that communication piece, because as a parent and being raised by, for me, 3 generations in one house. So I had my great grandmother until I was 25, and she taught us about decency and how to treat each other and how to treat other people, because you never know when you would be in that situation. But to Morgan's point, I don't know if we still have grandma and big mama anymore. We do have a lot of kids that's raising kids, and because a lot of us was raised in a house that had strict rules, we kind of took on that as trauma as much as a shield, a protective shield to know from right from wrong. And so a lot of us didn't pass that on to our children. A lot of us raised our children to not have accountability and to not know what accountability looks like, because there is no 2-parent household anymore, which, Josh, I believe is by design. Is more easier to manipulate the woman into how to raise her child without a man than it is to have that same influence on a woman who has a man in the house. And so a lot of the things that you guys said is so interesting to me, because I'm raising teenagers now, and as you guys talked, I was writing, and a lot of the things that our children see is what we put in front of them. So like I wrote down, social media is a reflection of our reality, because a lot of the stuff that we see on social media is coming from somewhere in the world, and that's their reality. And a lot of it is toxic. A lot of it falls on fertile ground. And what I mean by fertile ground means that something can grow from it. And a lot of the stuff that we see in our youth is what has grown on that fertile ground that we put in front of them. So I'm really enjoying this conversation. Like, you guys are so smart. And
they smart, but they bad.
You just old.
You know,
it's you, Sonia. What's your question, Sonia? Sonia, what's your question?
I don't have any.
You don't have any?
Well, I have a comment.
Chris, so we can ask Chris so he can tell us what the problem is over there.
Yeah.
You want me to play the piano or what?
What Chris has totally just shut down, and I don't know why. and I also don't know why. I want to ask Eaton or Josh, why are suburban children, privileged children, uh
So rebellious.
trying to live hood lives? Can you elaborate on that?
No. Good question. Good question.
Ooh, that's deep.
Yeah.
And I think they try to live the hood life because the people in their school or in their classes are living that hood life. Just because you live in the suburbs or in a good privileged house doesn't mean you have to be like everybody else. You should be yourself. But it comes from, all this social media, people posting their guns, posting their sex, which is like, gangs and all that stuff. It comes from that. So they see they homeboys doing that, and they're gonna want to do it. They're gonna consider them as soft because they live in the suburbs, because they're living a good life. So that's why I think, these privileged kids be wanting to come hoodish because they see everybody else being hoodish with the new shoes and good shoes on.
Yeah. Does gangster rap have anything to do with it by listening to NBA?
That too, definitely. That definitely comes along with.
Well, y'all tell us about that. What how does that influence y'all life? In a good way, a bad way? Do you agree with it? Do you think that they should tone it down or they should turn it up? Well, I mean, what?
No, I don't think they should turn it up because it's not a real form of art. Like music is art, rap is art, singing is art. So it's like, what is artsy about you committing murders? What is artsy about you taking people's lives and in neighborhoods, wrecking families? Like it's not even cute or appealing.
Exactly.
Okay, well, y'all, we gotta get y'all a show.
They try to play life away.
Y'all talk to Jamal Torrey. He's trying to get y'all. He's trying to get some young people on the show. Y'all need a show. What you say?
Y'all do need a show.
They be trying to throw their life away.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like a lot of the rappers are suburban kids just hiding behind a persona that also influences a culture of kids that's not only white anymore, because a lot of our black kids, come from good homes that's just like go to school and act like they have no home training. And that's because the music influences. It's cute.
Girl, when I doubled back to my house and I walked in the door and saw my son trying to hide an AR-15.
It's not a big gun.
You could have knocked me over with a feather. Because I just needed to know, first of all, where did you get it from? And he's telling me that one of his friends asked him to hold it. And I'm like, Ninja, are you kidding me? You don't hold guns for nobody, and this is you trying, he's taking pictures for Instagram and all of this type of foolishness. And I mean, I'm just like, how dumb are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all a question? Like, young people, do you feel like there is a fear attached to the persona that y'all are putting on? Not y'all three, but because I don't know y'all. But I mean, like, the culture is there a fear attached to it? Like, and Sandra, if you don't mind, I would like to use your son as an example. Do you think he was holding that gun because he's afraid that if he doesn't hold that gun, that there are repercussions attached to it?
I was going to say, I can say a 50-50 with that, but you can finish your statement.
What about you, Sandra? You think so?
I think that, yeah, I think that it's the fear of not being, everybody wants to be accepted into a crowd. Just like maybe about 10 years ago, because back when I was going to school and everything, it wasn't acceptable to be gay or bisexual and everything. And then all of a sudden, you know, maybe about 10 years ago, everybody started trying it out, you know. And then everybody wanted to be bisexual and all of this, you know. I mean, people that, you know, would have never thought about it, you know, and that's not really actually bisexual, but they want to be accepted into a group. So they just do it, you know. And then by the time they turn about 25, 30, they be like, nah, let me go, you know, this guy find me to be cute, you know. So then they find religion, and then they not that no more, you know.
Comment.
Go ahead.
I want to go back to what Chandra said earlier about Chris. I think a lot of times in our community, we don't address mental health adequately. And what I mean by that, I come from a home where my brother has been incarcerated over 30 years. We come from the same house. But people and young people live trauma. And we don't address that trauma sometimes. And when trauma goes unaddressed and you try to manage it on your own, you don't always manage it correctly. And so for parents and even for adults, all of us on this panel, we've got to tap into mental health. Even myself, you know, recently coming home and see my mama with Alzheimer's. That shifted me a lot. And so we got to deal with our mental health and stop making it a stigma in the Black community.
Yeah.
You know what?
And you right, and all y'all sound great, but I think it's a commercial time, Jew.
Go.
I'm glad that y'all saw that. We'll be right back. All right, we back.
Hey, Julius,
I got
RG.
I have this in the room, y'all. Come on.
RG
mentioned, they want to ask you some questions. We got other teenagers in the room.
RG.
Listen, he doesn't want to answer any questions, y'all.
Let me get on that.
Chris, get your ass on this show. Excuse me.
Why you have to talk to him like that?
Hey, that's
who are you talking to? I talked to you like
that's what I was getting.
That's what y'all need.
That's what I was getting ready to ask the kids. When RG said that mental health and trauma, do you think the parents are putting trauma in the kids? I used to work with runaways, children's hospital. And one of the kids said that both parents need to be invested in their lives. And that was one of the reasons why kids under 16 was getting into gangs and doing all this crazy stuff. And instead of being this is what the kids said. Why don't you be a father to me? And the dad told him, well, I got a job. I'm always working. And the kid said, well, that's your job as well to raise me. So you think the parents need to be more invested, even if they're not together? Mom and dad need to be invested with their kid at the same time. Because if dad is not in the household, then he sees mama working hard and busting her butt, he's going to get frustrated. He'd have to go out there and sell drugs to help mom pay the rent. So, do you think that you guys are so frustrated with the parents not being on the same page?
Well, you know, that could be a thing, but I think that most kids
Because it goes back to broken homes.
Well, I think that most kids in this generation, they're just like me, and they
Well,
could
they're here.
really
We can
give a
ask them,
damn.
right?
You know.
Let Eden take that one.
What I wanted to ask them, how can you give some other young people some advice to help their parents? Because your guys seem to be pretty wise. Because a lot of the parents want to commit themselves to get away from the teenagers because the teenagers are giving them such a difficult time. Josh, you take that in the corner.
Yeah.
How can you give some advice to young people to help their parents, because we need your help too?
I'm gonna say it all comes from the parents, like being all in the same household. Like if they not in the same household, they not gonna get that level of experience from both parents at the same time to know right from wrong.
Right. I got you.
Yeah, but we got to realize this too. And let's keep it real. Most household that look like us is run by a single mama. I'm just keeping it real. Single mama. Sonia, a single mama, look like us. Okay, so it's hard. I mean, if you got 5 kids and you got one mama and the daddy, whatever, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna just. I'm not gonna just put everything on the parents, but trust me, it's hard when you got kids and you're a single mama and you trying to do your best, and you gonna have, if you got 5, you're gonna have at least about one knucklehead go straight.
Morgan looked like she was trying to tell us something.
I say my advice to the youth would be, it's no how to do it book on being a parent, whether it's father or mother. And as you can clearly see, we've been fighting so hard as our people to get equally rights and just be equal. So don't make it harder on us, because we already have a lot to battle each and every day, whether it's spiritually, mentally, physically, or emotionally. We have a lot to battle as adults or single parent, single mother, because my mother was a single mother. And her first 2 set of kids, their father was in the Navy, living everywhere else but there. And my mama still had, my mom still raised my brother to be a strong, structured, secure man, even without his daddy being in the house for, I say, like 16, 17 years of his life. So it's just, we got to ease up and just stop being mad at the parent. Don't be mad at the mom because the dad isn't there, and don't be mad at the dad because the mom isn't there. They're doing the best.
But Morgan, you don't think something went wrong in that house when you see a woman jumping up in a man's face and want to jump on a man? And I know y'all see it at the clubs. I know y'all see it out in the street.
Yeah,
you don't think something done happened in that home that you gotta put some of this on the parents?
Yeah, I mean, it's equal, but at the same time, it's okay. I'm gonna say it like this: for 11 years of my life, I was mad at my mom because my dad wasn't in my life, and I didn't understand that. I grew up thinking that I didn't have a daddy or my daddy didn't love me, just to find out when I was 16 that he was arrested when I was 3 for SA. So being 16, 17, 18, I had to fight myself and fight that demon in my head. Like, it's not my mom's fault. How can you have a man like me?
I have something to say about that too.
But now we get into the beef of the issues now.
Eden, got something.
Go ahead.
See, for me personally, I didn't grow up with a father nor a mother. My mother left when I was young. And my daddy, he's in and out in prison. So it was on my grandma. But it doesn't mean to, be mad at them, stop loving them, stop caring for them, stop trying to talk to them. I still try to get in contact with both of them. And ain't nothing I can do about it. But it doesn't mean for me to lash out on people, do this, that, and I just flipped it. I started doing commercials. I'm in volleyball, I love art, singing, all that. So for my advice to y'all, if you ain't got no mother or father, just try to flip into something positive. At least try to do something that's gonna get their attention, which what I'm doing now, it is getting my parents' attention, which makes them want to build about me more.
Yeah. Man, that's deep. That's Jewish. Man, y'all three, I'm telling you right now, and be honest, y'all three need to get a show. I mean, I'm sitting here trying to not cry. That's deep. I've never heard young folks in my life, and I've been with them for 27 years. The way y'all speaking, everybody should watch this.
Because what we're doing, we want to hear what they have to say. We're not making suggestions and giving them opinion the way it should be. We ask them to come on to help us to understand what's going on and see if we can broaden the gap. And they have done just that. And they're doing that.
Are you guys telling your friends this? Are you guys mentoring your friends, or when you see one of your friends go to the left, the same things that you are saying now, are you guys individually telling your friends that you see going off to the left when you know they might not have the parents in the house, like you said, or dad is locked up and you don't have that person to talk to, you don't have that mom or that dad to talk to? Are you guys telling your friends, hey, listen, this is what you need to do? Because this is why we hear, they hear if you guys are actually doing this, because you guys talking with plenty of sense and you guys talking like you know what you're talking about. Are you telling your friends this?
Yes. I'm considered the mom of the group. I'm always giving motherly advice. So
I'm the one that be putting people back together. Like my two of my homegirls, they fell out one time, right? One of my homegirls, she has problems with her mom. It's like her mom was like very harsh on her. She was mean to her. Like she would have her clean up the house like she's a maid or something. So, I would tell her, just take that stuff and flip it. Like she went out and got her job, which I'm proud of her. And I tell her, just leave it alone. Think about what you're doing. Think about what she's doing. Just leave it alone. Go out, find something positive to do. And which she did.
Right. That's what I was looking for. Hearing some of your testimony, hearing some of your stories that you actually putting this stuff to work.
And a lot of times, when we tell you guys to clean the house and things like that, we're trying to keep you busy because we know the flip side of not keeping you busy. We know that an idle mind is the devil's workshop, and we know that what we've been caught up in, I know that my son hadn't experienced trauma, but he keeps saying, to me, you don't know all the things that I have to deal with. And I would like to know what a suburban Black man that has a mother that makes six figures and and you ain't never had to do for the stuff that I had to do to get by. Tell me, let me know what you really going through. I need to know this.
Is he? Let me ask you a question. Is he getting bullied at school that you don't know about?
He has never told me. All he tells me is, you don't know all that I have to go through.
That's it.
Hey, Bernard.
What it is.
Is he the bully?
I doubt if he's getting bullied. Somebody gave him a AR-15, so he ain't getting bullied.
Actually, is he the bully?
Now, I know this don't have anything to do with anything, but when I was young, I got beat up a lot.
That's a long time.
And it changed my whole life and personality. I learned to try to get a little bit more education. I was in 100 fights and I lost 99. And I tell people that all the time.
Drew,
that I was not a fighter.
He did what Sonya's son got there back there.
I am that parent that listens. I am that parent that will go and figure something out. Mm-hmm. But I need to know, what are you going through? How tired are you when I'm the one, I'm the one going through? Tell me what you going through, sir.
Yeah. So Morgan, what kind of advice you got for Sonya's son? He's 18 years old. What kind of advice you can give him?
Tell your parents everything. If you trust your mama, tell your mama everything. I'm 22 and I still need for my mama. My mama is my best friend. I could come to her about anything and everything, and me and her will pray over it and let God handle it. And that's how I feel with her son. When she said she could talk to her son, sometimes it might be things like relationships or friendships or even just spiritual warfare that's going on. And with him being 18, he might not be in depth. His faith might not be as strong as hers. So that's why he feel like he can't talk to her about it, or she might not understand. Because for a long time, I felt like that with my mama. I felt like you're not gonna understand. And then when I sat down and talked to her and told her everything, she was like, that's basically everything I have went through in my past 53 years of living.
Yeah.
Wow. I definitely agree with Morgan. on
See,
that.
when you said spiritual warfare, because that's the key. Because the devil wants, he's not after your past, he's not after your present, he's after your future. And if he can cut you off right now, he already has your future, because your future is so bright.
Yes,
Well,
Good point.
Well, Morgan, you said earlier we need to go back to the old school ways. So I give this to Josh. So what if Sonya go back to the old school ways, and if she can't get through to this kid, it sounds like she might have to lay hands on him. So, Josh, do you think that's a good idea, or you want to go back to the communication?
Let Josh answer this, y'all. Let Josh answer.
In that case, I'm gonna say go to communication, because communication is the key to everything. And sometimes, just like her son might don't feel comfortable telling his mama everything what's going on in his life, of basically what's going on in his life. He might need a male figure to talk to, or anything like a male figure that they could talk to and feel more comfortable with. Because I know with my mother, I won't say I don't feel comfortable telling her stuff. I feel more comfortable telling my dad stuff because he's a male, and I know he'll probably understand that he been through that stuff I probably not been through.
Gotcha. Does peer pressure have a whole lot to do with how bad is peer pressure for these your all your friends that you hanging with got that pressure on you to come join a gang, or to smoke that weed, or to take that drink, or to how bad is peer pressure?
Good. That's a good question, Julius, because that's what I was going to ask him. Do y'all have a no person in the group? A no person. No, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that.
I feel like in my girl group, we all are like that. We all know. We have a what's it called? I forgot the word. Common sense. We have good common sense. So it's like with some things, like we just know not to do that. And peer pressure now is bad. Like it used to be like, okay, hit the joint. No, okay. But now it's like hit the joint. No, and then you're around amongst the people. If you're a girl, they're gonna send a boy your way to get you to smoke weed or to do something. Or if you're a boy, they're gonna send a girl your way. So it's just like you can't win for losing unless you just don't put yourself in that environment.
That fall under peer pressure again. That fall right under peer pressure. Do y'all get a lot of that? Do y'all get a lot of that? Eating that people try to encourage you to smoke and tell you it's good.
Oh yeah,
It's good.
No, but
It's not a drug, but I'm not gonna go there tonight.
Let's listen to what she said.
I see, yeah, a couple of people that tried to peer pressure me before, but I ain't gonna do it because, like she says, I have common sense. I'm not finna fool up with y'all. I'm a leader. I ain't no follower. So
See, that's my daughter right there. That's my daughter right there.
Yeah.
Y'all excuse me, the young man down there doing all the talking. You
Mr.
need
Brown,
to go
not too
and
much
see
tonight now.
You need to go
Hey,
see a
talk the whole
clinical young man.
Hey.
You need to go see a clinical psychology.
I know.
Psychology, you have some problems, sir.
I am a clinical psychologist.
You said it was good. He said it was good.
Then who, Robert?
Robert said it was good.
It was. Okay, we're not. Go ahead, Josh. I ain't about to.
Hey, Mr. Brown. That's something that a few of us on this panel don't do. Going to therapy, a lot of college kids don't have an issue with that. They don't have an issue with going to therapy. They don't have an issue with sitting down talking to somebody because they have to deal with professors. They have to deal with these teachers because these kids trying to get their master's and their PhD. They don't have a problem going to sit and talk to somebody without that stigma in the Black community, like, oh, well, we can work it out ourselves. And a lot of the parents don't want to go to counseling. But these young folks, they will go to counseling in a minute. So they halfway there, but I don't understand why it's keep going to the left.
And to your point, JB, I had this conversation with my brother maybe 2 weeks ago. You know, and the fact that you get released, are you interested in going to see y'all get therapy? I'm not crazy. It's not about being crazy. We all manage 100 different things in our lives. It helps to sort out things, right? And so we've got to step away from being judged. We got to step away from thinking, I'm crazy, I'm this and that, and step into, I got to make sure I'm sustainable mentally.
Yeah, but I understand that too about going and talking to somebody. But we always raised up in our house. What's in a house, stay in our house, and it always been that way. And when see the devil come at you at your highest moment, you know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I agree and I disagree, but to each his own. It's like. Sometimes everybody go to a different drama, and I understand that, But if I'm gonna go to someone and lay on the couch, I want someone that look like me. Okay, because 9 out of 10, I'm right. 9 out of 10, you go and sit on the couch. It ain't somebody that's looking like us gonna ask us the question. All right.
Well.
Oh, great.
Well, the kid that you said that killed himself over the girl, what if he would have went to counseling and not so much blaming the girl?
Listen, I don't know that kid. I said he from Florida.
Well, no,
it was a comment on the screen say the parents say, hey, maybe that kid needed more parental guidance in him. I'm just bringing it up because you don't never know what it is. So I'm just saying, if you can prevent a lot of situations, it's on you. Like I said, the devil come at you at your highest moment.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt y'all or stop y'all or anything.
I don't know why you argue with me.
Yeah, I want y'all to ask these young people these questions and not y'all give a testimony tonight.
I know it.
We're gonna talk as soon as they get off in about 15 minutes. Then we're gonna do 15 minutes of our conversation.
I have a comment.
I got a question for Josh. Josh, I got a question for you. You're a young man. What you say you 20 years old, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I got a question for you. So what can you do to make these young ladies, which they all, I guarantee you, they're always negative about young men, young men, young men, young men. So what you can tell us that all young men ain't bad and all young men ain't good. So don't put all of y'all in the same bucket.
I'm gonna say, but that is the way, like this music and stuff. Half of the boys, they listen to music or they see how, like, it comes back to households too. They'll see how they mama getting done, or see how they daddy doing their mama, and they will want to do the same exact thing, or they'll try to do something similar to that when they know they was never raised like that and never taught to be female. You got some people that been raised up to treat a girl right, like their mama taught them to be.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Next question. So before we let them go,
I got a quick comment. It's not a question. I do want to say this before we get out of here. Y'all three young people, y'all have a calling and anointing upon your life. I just pray, God, that you follow it. Just keep that in mind and keep doing great things.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My question to them is, why? Tiffany, did you have something? Oh, okay. I thought I saw your hand. Why? What's up with this? Why y'all keep this in your hand all day? I'm driving them down the street today, and all of them got this in their hand. Y'all don't even know where y'all at. Y'all got to put the phones down and see where you at. Look at the street signs. Look at the mile markers. Look at the landmarks, so y'all will know where you at. Suppose something happened. Y'all can't even go on that same phone and tell the police where y'all at to send the ambulance or anything. Find out. Look. Be cognizant of your surroundings. Pay attention. Y'all got all day to be on this. This has become y'all God. This is y'all master. So y'all got to put this down for a minute and pay attention. When you start driving, you're going to want to know how to get to that job, but you ain't going to know where it's at because you had your head down when you was driving past it.
I think you say it a lot tonight. In making that statement, it's very profound because for the fact that that's what we're talking about. I think if the parents going to connect with the young people, then we're going to have to do it together. The parents got to put the phone down, like Eden was saying, and spend some time talking. If it's just not but an hour or 2 hours during the day, they need to sit down, put the phone down, because it has become your God or whatever, and I'm guilty of it myself. It's not about me, but I almost got in a wreck, and I'm saying put the phone down, talk to your parents, and the parents need to put their phone down. Go ahead, Morgan.
I was gonna say, with that is when curriculum started changing in school. I remember being in 4th, 5th grade, and we were learning cursive, and then when I shifted to 6th grade, we just stopped doing cursive.
Right.
We stopped having, every summer we used to have a log where we had to come back and read like between 30 to 50 books, and if you did, you have 100 on your next assignment. We stopped doing a lot of non-screen activities in school or non-electrical stuff in school, to the point where it's like all kids rely on is that, and they feel like they got to keep up with the latest stuff. That's why they always have their phone in their hand. You got to keep up with the latest stuff, latest trends, latest whatever. We stopped reading. We stopped expanding our minds besides the screen.
So what would you do with the board of education, or try to encourage people to try to go back to some of the old ways a little bit? Because I noticed you the one who mentioned this was a little bit more tougher discipline. What would you suggest if I was on the school board? What would you suggest to me to try to change the curriculum a little bit, or what? I'm just asking, Morgan. What would you suggest?
I say instead of doing, like, I know in some elementary schools, they have little, well, not elementary schools, middle schools and high schools, they have like tablet time, or they have times where they can bring in their phones. Instead of doing that, how about we have books that we read?
I like that.
How about instead of giving them detention and putting them classes and they have a computer where they have to do their work? I remember we had to write, I will not yell across at the teacher 150 times in detention.
So you think the writing is now sloppy too?
Yes.
Because they don't have the penmanship skill.
Yes, I don't know.
I like you, Morgan. I like you. Great ideas.
Thank you. I haven't seen nobody behind me in like 2 or 3 years behind me that know how to write cursive.
And can I say something about that since I'm still in school? I'm tired of being on the computer. That thing keep down on me. I want to go back to pen and paper.
Yes.
Wow.
I love writing. I love writing cursive. I love all that. They didn't got all these computers. It made my eyes hurt.
Yes. And I feel like with the computers, we don't really learn as much because they can't put so much in online.
All those
Morgan, you saying, you and Eden and Josh saying there is a place for the computer and time, but you still need to do the basic to understand. You need to write, sign checks, be able to have write, because you can't type everything out. You can't sign a contract technically, whatever. I understand. I like you guys, and I hope grown-ups who making decisions hear what you guys saying.
Hey, Eaton, be careful with going back to the pad and pen, because most of the people that's doing the pad and pens are in jail. They are,
and not like that now. Not like that. I can write a book now.
Most of them are in jail. I got one more question for you guys. Why is it so hard for y'all to handle rejection? And it could be a job, it could be a relationship, because the young people, y'all want it now. Y'all don't want to work for it. Y'all don't want to wait. You want the money, you want success, you want fame, you want it now. So what would you tell a young person? Hey, you might have to wait because you're not going to get it all at once. Us as being adults, we get rejected, we can handle it. Relationship, you know what? Bye.
Not all of us now.
A job, you know what?
Who you telling?
A job, I found another one. So why is it so hard for you guys to handle rejection and can't take no for an answer? Sometimes no might be good because it's going to lead you to something even better.
I feel like the emotional attachment to parents, like, okay, with me and my father, I didn't know that he did what he did. So I always thought that he didn't like me. I always thought that, dang, he has 3 daughters. I'm like, dang, I'm just the one I'm the black sheep of the family. And that taught me early that every dude in my life is going to reject me. That installed in my head at 5 and 6, because that's when I actually grasped he's a way away. So it was like with that, it installed in my head that, every man in my life is going to reject me. I'm never going to be properly loved. And then I had to grow up and experience, not saying those experiences were good. Some of them were good, some of them were bad, but I had to grow up from that and see that, okay, it wasn't rejection. It was the fear of absence. It's the fear of not knowing. It's the fear of the other side. Because in some families, in some homes, or some ways of teaching, it's always, if you don't get it, you ain't never going to get nothing. So if I don't get it, then I'm going to have to take it. And that's where that plays a part as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Eden.
What was the question again? I got a little lost.
It was why the young folks just have a problem with just basically hearing the word no. Being this could be a job, it could be a relationship. That you guys, you want everything now. You don't want to wait. You don't want to be rejected from anything. You want it now.
Before you answer that question, Eden, I got to advise you that this is a taped episode, and if you lie, we're gonna have you back on the show. Because Eden is that person. You can't tell her no, because she'll pester you and pester you and pester you.
Yeah, I don't like
Josh.
the word no.
Josh right there.
I don't like the word no.
So how do you move? How do you move on? How do you move on from rejection?
Go ahead, Eden.
And don't get
The reason why
stagnant.
it's so hard for us to take rejection is because we probably think we won't be able to do it again. You probably won't be able to succeed the next time we try to do it. And it was another question. I think somebody asked the second question behind that, following that subject. I can't remember what it was.
That was Julia's question. And what was it, Julius? It was the question that you asked before me.
Yeah, I don't know what I
remember.
That's a real question. Go ahead, Josh, because we're pushing for time. It's 9:54, 8:54. Go ahead, Josh.
So with rejections, it's easy to bypass rejections, but some people just can't take the answer no. They just can't take no straight up for an answer, and that comes within, like with parents. Some parents always say yes to their children, yes to, like if they ask them for a new car, yeah, we go and get it, and it's like, do you deserve it? Do you deserve what you're getting? Is you gonna respect what you have? But when you tell them no, they will want to go get it on their own, and when they go get it on their own, it's a illegal way, and either they end up in jail or dead.
And this is one right here. I want y'all to watch this one.
Tell you. Open your eyes. Ooh. What's wrong?
BMW. What?
Yo, this your surprise.
BMW. What's that?
This your surprise.
It's your car. This is your car. Now you can get to work. Now you ain't got to get no rides.
This yours.
I didn't want that.
This
You ain't want it.
This yours paid for.
It's yours. Paid for it. Fresh off the lot. What's wrong with it?
I wanted a Tesla.
What?
A
Look
Tesla?
at this car. I didn't have enough for the Tesla.
What is this?
Look, BMW. Look at this.
I don't want that. What is that?
What?
It's a brand new BMW.
Nah. Nobody drives this no more.
So what you?
I want a Tesla. I said that already.
This is mine. You want to go?
You don't have a car.
You wanna-
have a car.
Okay,
For
but
a whole year, you've been asking for rides and Uber.
Right. I mean, he.
about a Tesla.
Yeah, you know them real expensive. Take a look at the car. I mean,
She want a darn Tesla when they got a brand new BMW.
Yeah.
You know,
Take it back to the parking lot and give her a bicycle.
They want it. They want it now. They want it. I want a Tesla now.
Hey,
yeah,
but
it's crazy.
And
Drew, I got one more question for them before they leave, and this is an important question. I want to ask y'all something. Do y'all think the level field is even when it comes to y'all and other nationality? Do y'all think the level field is even and everybody opportunity is the same?
The playing field.
The playing field. Yeah.
No, not necessarily. Not really.
Yeah, I was gonna say no.
Not really.
Not really. I feel like we as a people have to fight harder in every aspect of the communist world, just to get to the top. And then even when we're on top, it's still on the bottom. We're still at the bottom. Like Taraji P. Henson, for example, in her career. So
I agree.
That's a good question, Bernard. So it's good to see that y'all won't be screaming, I want a Tesla.
oh no, I'm fine with a car. I'm fine with a scooter.
Yeah. Just the other day, he tried to offer me a car, and I said, "I'll take it." I mean, but I'll take it.
Yeah, but how about when we had the other car? It was a Ford Crown Victoria.
And I said, "I'll take that one too."
No, you didn't. You said,
"Yes, I did." I wasn't gonna have a choice to.
Is there anything that you ladies and gentlemen will stand on without anybody trying to twist your arm? Let's give you an example. Let's say Denny's, the restaurant, and I'm gonna make it quick. Denny's, the restaurant.
Promises.
The CEOs, they don't like black people. They don't cater to black people. So if you hungry and Denny's is the only place that you see, would you go to that Denny's because you're hungry, or you won't go because you know what they're about? Because
I won't go because I know what they're about.
Because a lot of kids would just go with it. They don't stand up to nothing. You don't have no conviction about yourself to say, you know what, I don't care. I'll starve if I have to. I won't go to this place. I won't do this. I won't do that. It's like you just go with the crowd. And that's why I asked you, Morgan, is there no person in the group that would actually say, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to stand. I'm not going to stand for this. I'm not going to stand for that. And that's why Julius, that's why Mr. Brown, Bernard, RJ, that's why they fight so hard for certain things for us. So I hope that you young people see that and just won't fall for anything. We used to call it the banana in the tailpipe. That was the saying. I'm quite sure you probably heard your parents said that. So I hope that you guys stand up for something and just won't go along with it because it's convenient, it's closer, it's near. I have no choice. You have a choice. And so that's my thing. You have a choice. So I just hope that y'all make the right choices.
Hey, these three go get a show, Jew, and James gonna be their co-host. So
yeah.
Y'all three gonna get a show. James gonna be your co-host, okay?
Well, we're gonna have y'all back. We're gonna try to do this probably once a quarter until y'all get y'all show that Bernard's talking about. Y'all can talk. I'm going to take them home so they can talk about that on the way to the house. Mr. Brown, you got anything before we go?
No, all I want to say, I want to thank the young people for coming on tonight, and I like what I'm hearing, and I hope others pick up and be like a sponge and hear what you guys say and take some of your suggestions. Again, you guys stay very positive and keep that attitude. Try to help the parents out as much as possible.
And give to the homeless.
But you promised, James, you promised you won't say nothing else, so be quiet now, James.
I know it. Oh, Lord.
All right? You
Give
just
to
like,
the homeless.
you
Give
just
to
like
the
the
homeless.
Mississippi River, James.
I
You
know
just
it.
flow and run and run.
Just
All
flowing.
right. Next.
I love the kids.
Real quick, James.
I would just say give to the homeless when you're out and about in the street. Just help somebody else, and you'll see how far your life will go.
Hey,
Tiffany.
Really quick. God, wisdom and knowledge comes to you by living and making mistakes and falling and learning from falling. So don't be so in a hurry to be wise and to know it all, because all of that comes with living. So live, young people. You live. Stand up for what's right. Speak out against things that you see are wrong. Be fearless.
Sandra.
Black people, mind your business.
Hello.
There you go. There you go, sir. Don't be the first one to want a video of fight.
Stay out the Israelis and Palestine people's business. Mind your business.
Thank
you.
Okay, we'll give each one of the young people. Bernard, you went, Bernard?
No, after
Okay,
that
give
was
us 1
Sonya.
minute. Less than 1 minute, please.
How can you go after that?
Hey, I know you. Hey, I'm proud of y'all young people. I learned a lot with y'all than dealing with people I dealt with 26 years ago. Y'all on the right track. Y'all keep staying positive. And y'all do what y'all need to do to make sure that y'all stay on the right track.
Young people, closing statement. We want to start with Josh. You like to close out? You like to say something or give us some advice or anything?
The only advice I could really say is focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Spend more quality time together with your children, with your parents, with your grandparents, and communicate more.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Eden, you want to go?
I just want to say, if you know you're going through anything out there, try to go out and get some help or talk to your mother. It's not bad to talk to your mother or father. You can always go to them about anything. And for the parents, try not to steer your kids the wrong way. Try not to bash them, make them feel bad about themselves. Try to love them and take some time off to build a bond with them. It'll help a lot, definitely. And I just want to thank y'all for letting me be on the show.
Wow. Morgan?
My message is for parents and the children. Keep God first, because he won't lead y'all wrong.
Definitely.
There's no book out here to be a perfect parent, perfect child. So y'all both have to, it's an effort, both effort as a child and as a parent. And thank y'all for having me on the show.
And we hope to have y'all all back. Like I said, we'll schedule something in 4 or 5 weeks where we can get y'all back on, and in the meantime, y'all can talk with us about, let's see what we can do to get y'all to motivate other kids, not kids, but other youngsters to elevate themselves. We know that y'all, under my tutelage, so I know what the issues are with each one of y'all, just about, except for Morgan already, we just got to work on those things together. That's what I'm here for. That's what we all together for. This is a team here. Y'all can call any of us anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime y'all want, y'all can call us. Y'all got a problem, y'all can call us. Y'all want all our numbers, y'all can have it. We're there because we care. We do this on this platform because we care. So last thing I want to tell you is my closing remarks, and it's always about this. It's about, think about this before we go. No one can steal your thunder if you are the storm. The life you live is the lesson you teach. When you settle for crumbs, you will always be starving. Sometimes the worst enemy is your own memory. Let it go. Make your vision so clear that your fears become irrelevant. Practice the pause. Pause before judging. Pause before assuming. Pause before accusing. Pause whenever you're about to react harshly, and you'll avoid doing and saying things you'll regret later. Your mind and your heart is a garden. Be careful of what you allow to be planted there. Plant for purpose. Lord, remove any laziness or procrastination from their minds and their body. Push them to their full potential. Please bring peace and not any confusion. Bring joy, no sadness, hope to their hearts. If it's not for us, reveal it. Protect us and don't let us quit. Please calm your mind to heal your heart and take any worries away. That's in this understanding, you are who it begins with, your understanding, because you belong to God.
And
These
you
are just
say that again.
we Wednesday inspirations I get in a group I'm in, and I didn't write this. It was just inspiration that we get every Wednesday. But anyway, we're out of here, and we appreciate y'all coming.
Everyone, keep God in your life, please.
There you go.
Hey,
Keep
Morgan.
God in your life.
Morgan, there is a perfect book. Talk to Julius. He has
Bye,
it.
James.
Yeah, oh Lord, about hey, and y'all show gonna be the three amigos and James.
They don't need to read that book. They can read this book. This is the poetry book. They don't need. Well, Morgan can read that one. Josh, they don't need to read this one yet.
Hey, they can read Tiger and Phil.
Okay, so we appreciate y'all. We'll get y'all back, and I appreciate all y'all for joining and asking these young people these questions. And we'll see y'all tomorrow on our Thursday shows. Ebony Sports Reporters at 8, and at 6 you got Taking the Journey Together. See y'all tomorrow.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Good night.
Y'all. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
like this.